Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm the young adult librarian at the Rock Island Public Library, and the Manga Monday title for this month is The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today. And this is a series which I just started this year. I think volume 1 came out maybe last year or the year before. And yeah, 2019 copyright in Japan, but in this book you will meet a young office worker, and her name is Saku, and she's not quite 30, I believe, and she's been working at her same office for a few years now. And people at work have noticed that she is very put together. She's always neatly dressed, and she's got these great homemade lunches, and the people she works with, they think, wow, she's really got it together. But Saku doesn't. Because in fact, the person who is making sure that she has these great lunches and that she gets to work on time, it is her cat. It is her cat, and his name is Yukichi. You see him here. He's actually gotten taller than Saku. And what we find is, you get a little bit of explanation in this first volume, but basically, Saku adopted Yukichi a couple years ago. And he was this cold, just little shivering lost kitten, kind of huddled under a bench at the park. And Saku picked him up and took him home, and her apartment was a mess. And gradually, over the next couple volumes, it comes out that Yukichi wasn't sure he wanted to live with Saku long term. Like, when he first encountered her extremely messy apartment, he thought, okay, well, this person can't even take care of herself. She can't be a pet owner also, but, I mean, Yukichi, he is certainly a very intelligent cat, a very capable cat, because he learns to walk upright and cook and clean, and even as a kitten, he's like, okay, I don't know if I want to stay with this person forever, but I'm gonna help her by, like, taking out the trash. Like, it starts with these little things, and Saku doesn't even notice at first. Like, at first, she's like, oh, wow, I've got this cat, I gotta go out and buy cat food, and then I gotta go to work. And things, eventually, we get to the point where, yeah, you see Yukichi, and he's wearing an apron, and he's getting Saku up for work, and when she's sick, he can take care of her. And so the series is just, it's a very sweet tale of this cat and this human taking care of each other. And I mean, mostly it's Yukichi taking care of Saku, but when he was little, okay, she made sure he had a home and food to eat, and now he's thinking, well, okay, this person would be lost without me, and that's true. In this first volume, we find that, I mean, Saku is to the point, like, she is an adult. She's an adult, and she can kind of take care of herself, which is to say she can, like, make instant noodles. And eventually, like, in this book, we find, okay, finally, like, Yukichi is the one who does all the cooking. And so Saku thinks, all right, well, I don't want my main culinary claim to fame to be cup noodles, so will you please teach me to cook? In the chapter where this happens, I mean, they try and make egg over rice, where you literally crack an egg over some rice. And Saku's like, okay, are you kidding? Like, I can manage cracking. Like, come on, I can crack an egg. And, I mean, she does, but she gets a bunch of eggshell in there, and they're able to pick the pieces out, and eventually, like, oh, okay, I made plain egg with rice. Look at that. And Saku's so proud. Like, hey, I'm a real grown-up. I can make my own food. And then, I mean, she pours, like, way too much soy sauce over it, and Yukichi has to kind of, like, fix this mistake. And, I mean, he can make rice balls, he can make anything. He makes a lot of things that cats can't eat, but humans can. And we eventually find he's been making his own gloves, like, so he can handle ingredients that would otherwise be toxic to a cat. So, if you like cat manga, this is my favorite right now, because it's just, you have all these characters who don't know the truth about Yukichi, the masterful cat, except, I mean, as time passes and the series goes on, it's becoming clear that, like, okay, eventually, like, Saku's gonna have to tell her parents because she goes home for the New Year's holiday and Yukichi comes too. And also, there is this group called Umiusi, which is actually, it's a group that little kids love, and they have like a cooking show where they teach little kids how to cook. And this is partially how Yukichi learned to cook. So he's a big fan of this musical group. And eventually, Saku thinks, well, okay, like with Christmas coming up, I think that's in volume 4, she decides, well, I mean, Yukichi can't go to like the signing event where Umiusi is going to be signing merch. So she goes and does this for Yukichi. Like, okay, he's always getting me amazing Christmas gifts. I'm gonna get something he'll really like too. And again, just, I love the art. I love, like, the design of Yukichi is so good. Like, his face mostly doesn't betray any emotion, though he'll kind of like, he'll shudder or he'll, like, in one, like, he's trying to catch this bug and he'll be horrified when he smashes it and makes it so, okay, well, I'm gonna have to, like, clean up after this because I accidentally cracked an egg on top of the bug. But also, I mean, he can show affection in his own way for Saku. Like, he'll make her delicious food and bring her an extra beer at the end of the day. So, check it out. I really like this series, and I think you will probably enjoy it too, if you like cats or manga or both. And thank you for watching. I will see you again next month.